Welcome back to Wolves Gaming. This is Mega Luxury Plane Tycoon Part 2, and this is where the journey continues. In Part 1, we started everything from zero. The base was simple, upgrades were basic, and the focus was only on understanding how the Tycoon works. We built inside the luxury plane, learned the system, and slowly began shaping the foundation of the Tycoon. Today, things are different. This is the mega stage. The base is bigger, income is stronger, and the progress is more visible. This part is about growth, expansion, and turning a simple setup into something much more powerful. The idea of this series is not to rush. It's to watch the Tycoon evolve naturally, step by step, and understand how every upgrade changes the space inside the plane. Right now, you can already feel the difference from Part 1. The environment feels more active, the base feels more alive, and the Tycoon feels more serious. This is not just an upgrade in the game, it's an upgrade in the journey. Let's continue building inside the mega luxury plane and see how far we can take it. Now we are inside the mega luxury plane, and you can clearly feel the difference compared to Part 1. The space feels bigger, the layout feels more advanced, and the base already looks more serious. This is not just a simple starting area anymore. This is the beginning of something much larger. Building inside a plane makes the Tycoon feel unique. Instead of open land, everything happens within this flying space. Every upgrade changes how the inside of the plane looks and functions. It feels like you are slowly transforming the interior into a powerful self-running system. At this stage, growth becomes more visible. The base doesn't feel empty anymore. New sections unlock, paths become clearer, and the structure starts making more sense. You can already imagine how this megaplane will look once it is fully developed. This part is about expanding the potential of the plane. Each step forward adds more depth to the Tycoon. The mega luxury plane is no longer just a name, it starts feeling like a real upgrade in power and scale. Compared to the luxury plane from Part 1, this base feels stronger, cleaner, and more organized. It shows progress not just in size, but in design and flow. You're not starting from scratch anymore. You're building on experience. This is the moment where the series starts showing real growth. The megaplane becomes the main focus, and everything you do from here pushes the Tycoon towards something bigger and more impressive. Now that the mega luxury plane base is taking shape, upgrades start to feel more meaningful. Every new upgrade adds something important to the Tycoon. It's no longer just about unlocking space, it's about improving how everything works inside the plane. You can see how small changes slowly create a big difference. New systems activate, movement inside the plane becomes smoother, and the overall flow of the base starts feeling more organized. Each upgrade connects with the next one, building a stronger structure step by step. This is the stage where patience really pays off. Instead of rushing to buy everything, choosing upgrades carefully makes the Tycoon more balanced. Some upgrades improve income, some improve efficiency, and some prepare the base for future expansion. Together, they make the plane feel more powerful. What makes this special is that all of this is happening inside a plane. Watching the interior evolve from something simple into a complex and active space is very satisfying. The Tycoon begins to feel alive. Compared to earlier progress, upgrades now have a bigger visual and functional impact. The plane starts looking more complete, and the base begins to reflect the mega in its name. This is where the Tycoon moves from basic development to real growth. At this point, income becomes a lot more noticeable. You can feel the difference in how fast the Tycoon starts generating money. The flow is smoother and progress feels more stable. Instead of waiting for long moments, upgrades now feel more reachable, and the game starts rewarding the effort you've put in so far. The structure of the Tycoon inside the plane also becomes clearer. Every section has a purpose. Some areas focus on generating income, some support upgrades, and others prepare the base for future expansion. It no longer feels random. Everything starts fitting into a proper system. This is where the Tycoon feels organized. You begin to understand how each part connects with the next. When income increases, upgrades unlock faster. When upgrades unlock, the base grows stronger. It becomes a continuous cycle of progress. Building inside the plane makes this even more interesting. Space is limited, so every upgrade feels important. You're not just adding things, you're shaping the interior into something efficient and powerful. This stage shows that the Tycoon is moving in the right direction. Income is steady, structure is improving, and the mega luxury plane is starting to feel like a serious base rather than just a starting point. Now the foundation for real expansion is being set. One of the most unique things about this game is that the Tycoon is built inside the plane. That changes the entire experience. Instead of building on open land, you're shaping a space that feels contained, focused, and alive. Every upgrade transforms the interior and makes the plane feel more powerful. As the Tycoon grows, the inside of the plane starts feeling more active. The space becomes busier, more detailed, and more organized. You can really see how far it has come compared to the early stages. What once felt empty now feels purposeful. This gives the gameplay a very different vibe. It feels like you're managing a moving base, not just a building. The plane becomes a world of its own, where every corner has meaning and every section plays a role in the Tycoon. The way the interior evolves is what makes this series special. Watching a simple plane slowly turn into a full Tycoon base is extremely satisfying. It shows growth not just in numbers, but in atmosphere. This stage makes the mega luxury plane feel truly alive. This game becomes even more interesting because it doesn't stop with just one plane. There are 3 different bases to build inside: the luxury plane, the mega luxury plane, and the luxury blimp. Each one has its own identity and its own way of growing. The luxury plane is where everything started. It represents the beginning of the journey. It's simple, slow, and focused on learning how the Tycoon works. That base builds your understanding and prepares you for what comes next. The mega luxury plane is where things become serious. This is where growth feels stronger, upgrades feel more powerful, and the Tycoon starts showing its real potential. It's not just bigger, it's more structured and more advanced. And then there's the luxury blimp. That base feels different. It adds variety to the game and shows that the Tycoon isn't limited to just planes. It brings a new environment, a new design, and a new way to experience building inside a flying structure. Together, these 3 bases make the series feel complete. They give the gameplay depth and keep it interesting. You're not repeating the same thing again and again. You're exploring different spaces, different styles, and different ways of growing a Tycoon. This is what makes the journey exciting. Each base tells its own story, and together they build one bigger adventure. When you compare this part with part 1, the difference becomes very clear. In the beginning, everything was slow, simple, and basic. The luxury plane was small, upgrades were limited, and progress felt careful and experimental. That stage was about learning. Now in part 2, everything feels more confident. The Mega Luxury Plane shows how far the Tycoon has come. Income is stronger, upgrades are more impactful, and the base feels more complete. You're no longer just testing the system, you're using it properly. In Part 1, every upgrade felt like a small step forward. Here, each upgrade feels like a solid move towards something bigger. The growth is more visible, and the results are more satisfying. You can actually see the Tycoon becoming powerful. This comparison shows the real journey of the series. It proves that patience in the beginning creates strength later. The slow start was necessary to reach this stage of control and expansion. This is what makes the progression feel meaningful. It's not just about levels or parts, it's about watching something grow from a simple idea into a strong and organized Tycoon inside a plane. At this point, the gameplay feels calm and controlled. There's no rush, no pressure, just steady progress. This is where the Tycoon starts flowing naturally. You know what to upgrade, you know where to move, and every action feels more confident than before. The pace here is important. Instead of trying to do everything quickly, taking time makes the experience more enjoyable. You can actually notice the details inside the plane, how the layout is changing, and how each section is slowly becoming more efficient. This calm style of gameplay makes the Tycoon feel more realistic. It's not about speed, it's about balance. Watching the base grow slowly gives a sense of satisfaction that fast gameplay can't always provide. Every small improvement adds to the bigger picture. Even simple upgrades feel meaningful now because they fit into a well-built system. The Mega Luxury Plane feels stable, organized, and ready for even bigger expansion. This part of the journey is about enjoying the process, trusting the pace, and letting the Tycoon grow naturally inside the plane. Before moving ahead, it's a good moment to take a calm look at everything we've built so far inside the Mega Luxury Plane. A soft tour helps in understanding how the Tycoon is shaping up and how all the different sections are coming together. It's not about rushing through, but about observing the progress. As we move through the plane, you can see how each area has its own purpose. Some parts focus on income, some support upgrades, and others prepare the base for future expansion. Everything feels more connected now than it did earlier. This tour shows how the interior of the plane has transformed. What started as a simple space is slowly becoming a complete Tycoon system. The layout feels clearer, and the structure makes more sense with every upgrade. It also helps in planning what comes next. When you understand the full view of the base, it becomes easier to decide which areas need attention and which upgrades will make the biggest difference. This soft tour isn't about showing off progress, it's about understanding it. It gives a quiet moment to appreciate how far the Tycoon has come and where it can go next. This is where we pause for now. The Mega Luxury Plane Tycoon has grown a lot, and the progress is becoming more visible with every step. What started as a simple base inside a plane is slowly turning into something much more powerful and organized. This is still an early stage, but the direction is clear and the potential is huge. We've built the structure, improved the income, and shaped the interior into a stronger and more efficient system. The journey is no longer just about starting. It's about expanding and refining what we've already created. Every upgrade from here will make a bigger impact than before. In Part 3, we'll take this even further. We'll continue building inside the planes, unlock more advanced upgrades, and explore the next level of growth. The Tycoon will become more complex, more detailed, and even more exciting to develop. This series is about watching something grow step by step without rushing and enjoying every phase of progress. If you liked this episode, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to support the series and stay updated. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in part 3.